Good morning. It is day 3. And we are walking to a bunch of tall animals. So it is a tradition here on Carnival for you to get a towel animal in your room every day, which is super fun. One of my favorite things about cruising. And I love when they do little art installations like this with the towel animals across the deck. It just really is cool. We're here on Lido deck. It is our Princess Cay day. It is a little bit before 8 o'clock and the first water shuttle goes at 8. So we're gonna grab some breakfast and see if we can't get to the island. So we're here at the Blue Iguana Cantina and we are gonna have arepas and huevos rancheros for breakfast. So this is my favorite place to get breakfast. They put like beans and chicken on your huevos rancheros, and then they actually like do fresh tortilla, and then they make your eggs at this station as well. Finish off my huevos rancheros was the salsa bar. So we just overheard a guest say, apparently all the seats have been taken because there's towel animals are all on the chairs. She thought that those were all reserved chairs. So funny. Alright, so now we are on the water shuttle. This is the only way to get to Princess Cay, which is the private island here in the Bahamas that we are going to be visiting today. So we had to go down to deck 1 and then board this little tiny boat in comparison to the ship, of course. And we are going to go right to Princess Cay now. And it's going to probably, they said, about 10 minutes on the water. For those of you who used to cruise long time ago, this used to be called a tender, but there was lots of confusion in the name, so they've recently renamed them water shuttles. From my experience, the water shuttle is usually a really smooth ride in the morning when you go, and then as the day goes on, it gets a little bit choppier, so we'll see how it goes throughout the day, but usually going to the island, it's usually fairly smooth. Princess Cay is the private island for Princess Cruise Lines, but it is also owned by Carnival, so we are docking here. We are the only ship that is going to be here at Princess Cay today, and so we're excited. We're going to get some seats and see how we like their private island. Welcome to Princess Cay. Yeah. Probably. There's some cool like little shops, and I think you can use your Sail and Sign card here, which is pretty cool. Here at Princess Cay. So they have like a band playing with by the bar. And there are shops and stores, and we found ourselves a nice shaded spot to sit right next to where the tenders bring you onto the island. We elected not to do any additional excursions today on Princess Cay, but they do offer surf fishing, a stingray encounter, glass bottom boat cruises, a whole bunch of things that you can rent like kayaks, snorkeling gear, stand-up paddle boards, aqua bites. So they have a lot to offer here. So you could book an excursion through the cruise ship and do some of those things, but you can also just come on the island here and rent something. So it is pretty easy. There are a lot of options here. And so we just like to come to the beach and see kind of how we're feeling. I think my dad and Joel are gonna go and just do some snorkelings. We brought our own snorkels from home, so it's just kind of a really easy day. You just need to kind of get here. You use your towels from the ship, and then you can just decide what you want to do. Again, if there's something that really interests you, you're always welcome to book an excursion, but it's really not necessary here. Some really cool cabanas that you can rent, and it looks like it includes indoor and outdoor seating. And then they have these like luggage porters, I think, to help bring all your stuff on from the ship for you if you rent one of these cool cabanas. We're just walking around Princess Cay, getting an idea of what they have to offer. If you walk all the way down to where the cabana area is, they have some free public chairs as well, but it's very quiet. I think it's nice if you're just wanting a nice relaxing day, or if you're traveling with a lot of family, it might be worth the price. But I actually like the area that we're sitting in a little bit better, because there's like some things happening. So but it all depends on what you're here for, you know, like if you're here to just have a very, very relaxing time, the bungalow area might be where you want to find a spot. So some people have asked, well, how does Princess Cay compare to Half Moon Cay? And I think they're comparable. I think Half Moon Cay has a little bit larger space, but they will share that space with multiple ships. So when you consider that Princess Cay only has one ship that's gonna go here, I kind of prefer Princess Cay and their setup, but I do like the extras that Half Moon Cay offers. So really, you can't go wrong with either one. Now, I will say that we did get some sand flea bites, so be sure to bring some bug spray for yourself, just to protect yourself here at Princess Cay. I have not had that issue at Half Moon Cay, but Princess Cay did have some sand fleas, so just kind of keep that in mind. But both are really nice. Both provide a relaxing, fun beach day, and they're very stress-free, easy to get to, and so I really like the private island options. This is the Crow's Nest Lookout, and it's right behind the beach on the north side here, and it's really cool because now we're going to get a full look at the entire little area and across this lagoon, which is, I think they actually do other excursions back here as well, so we can kind of get a full perspective of the entire area. And a fun fact, about a few miles from here, Disney bought some property, and that is going to be Disney's Lighthouse Point. So they're here on the island as well. They're going to be building, and so that's going to be really cool. The two private island spaces are going to be right next to each other, but very neat and kind of a fun fact. So included in the lunch that they prepare for you, they have hot dogs, hamburgers, chicken, sometimes ribs. They have different salads like potato salad, coleslaw, beans, fruit, brownies, and other treats, usually like cookies, lemonade, and tea. So that's all included, and they have two locations. The Crazy Barbecue is this one, and on the other side there is the Sea Breeze Grill offering the same food. So this is a complimentary option for all those on the ship, but I will say I prefer to just go tender back to the ship and have lunch there. I do not usually like the barbecue option. It's just not my thing. Partly because they do cook most of the food on the ship, and then they get their grills out and they like cook it again. So your burger will kind of taste like leather. So my tip is to sit near the water shuttle and just water shuttle back for lunch. You can always come back out here, or just spend a half day here, which is what we're gonna do, and then we're gonna get back onto the ship and enjoy lunch there and a very empty ship. We've got a map here, and so we're located here over near Little Bay, but our chairs were located right here in this between Stingray Beach and the first swimming area. So that's where we've been sitting, but you can see they have quite a large space for you to enjoy. And then if you were to go up this way, that would get you onto the rest of the island, and actually like about a mile that way is going to be where Disney's new Lighthouse Point is going to be. Over here on the Little Bay side, this is where all of the activities that are sponsored by the ship are happening. So like tug of war, they have sand castle building competitions, they're doing beach volleyball and other activities like a dance party and stuff like that. we were on the other side, so we had no idea. We were on the bigger side of the beach, had no idea where the activities were. I kept getting notifications that they were happening, so unfortunately we missed everything that I wanted to do. But keep in mind, it's on, if you get off of the water shuttle, you turn to your right, go across the bridge. If you go to your left, the left side is just all just seating, and they actually have food and stuff and everything over on this side too. So pro tip, if you're like looking for those fun beach activities, come on to this side of the space. Okay, so a little time has passed. We got back on the water shuttle back over to the ship, and might be my last time that I'd be able to take a water shuttle because I got incredibly motion sick. Thankfully, we were the first people, or the last people to get onto the water shuttle, but then that made us the last people to get off. And let's just say when we got to the ship, the seas were just moving up and down, and I got so motion sick, and I wasn't able to get through the line. I was one of the last people like off the ship, or off the boat to get to the ship. And like people could see I was visibly getting sick, and it was kind of a bummer because nobody was like willing to let me go ahead of them, and I almost got sick on the deck. And anyway, made it to my parents' cabin, and now I'm just gonna be taking some more motion medication. I'm munching on a green apple. Someone said that this should help, but at the moment I'm not feeling super fantastic, so I'm gonna do this, and then we're gonna get some food, because I think even though food sounds terrible, it's nice to have something in your tummy. We're gonna take a nap, and then this evening is elegant evening, so hopefully I can bounce back. We do have some sparkles to wear, so I really hope that I'm gonna be feeling better soon. But back in the cabin, we got a new towel animal, which is super cool, and I'm gonna eat the apple, shower, change, get all ready for this evening so we can sparkle across the ship. So, see you soon. Okay, so I put the sparkles on, had dinner, changed back out of the sparkles, and then decided that the best thing would probably be to get some fresh air, so we went up on deck. We are walking on deck 10. Our funnel is missing its funnel, so it's just like black billowing smoke out back behind us here on deck. So we're gonna like take a little bit of cover. All of a sudden we just saw lightning, heard the thunder, so we're headed back undercover because I don't really love storms to begin with, but something about being on a ship outside with lightning is a little bit more than I wanted to commit to. But we are out on the open deck here, headed towards midship and the main lido deck pool. So we made our way to the Alchemy Bar. We're gonna get some drinks. Pro tip, get your drinks here, and then we're gonna head into the comedy club. We're gonna be going to the PG comedy because I want to go to the piano bar when it opens. So we're gonna hit that, and then we're gonna go see our friend Johnson in the piano bar. Okay, so for the bold and the beautiful Baratini, we're gonna give that a 5 out of 7 scrubbies. He said that it has a little bit of a lemonade flavor, but it does have that lime juice and a little bit of elderflower essence to it, so that makes it a little bit unique. And so overall, not our favorite drink at the Alchemy Bar, but it's going to be a solid 5 out of 7 scrubbies. We are here in the Liner Comedy Club. Now we won't be able to film here in the comedy club, but we will let you know what we thought of the comedy after. So each night there are different comedians. Usually there's 2 on rotation per cruise. We just saw Carl Guerrera. It was super funny. We saw his dysfunctional show. But on rotation was another comedian. So you just want to check your Carnival Hub app because it may look like it's the same comedian every night, but it usually isn't. And if it's the same comedian, they'll have different material. So keep an eye on that. And don't forget to add the punchliner into your itinerary. Next up, we have the Remedy. All right, for this drink, we were going to give it a 6 out of 7 scrummies. He said it has like a coconut rum flavor profile to it. He really likes this one. And so far, we're really liking that second page here of the menu. Next to the Punchliner Comedy Club is Scott's Piano Bar.
Everybody's hands up. Bring it together. Touching hands. Reach them out. Reaching out. Touch yourself. Not in that way. Touching you. Here we go. Sweet Caroline. Ba, ba, ba. So good. So good. So good. So good. Ba, ba, ba.
The Carnival Freedom entertainment is just crazy good. So we just left the piano bar and we're gonna head down to the atrium, and there's Amanda with the Freedom Rock Band. She is phenomenal, and so is this band, and this has really been a cool addition to this cruise, and I love that they play in the atrium. Day number 3. Stay tuned for our next cruise day, and don't forget to check out our welcome aboard video and our day at Nassau and Atlantis. If you've not yet subscribed, please consider doing so. That's the biggest compliment you can give us, and we'll be seeing you in our next video.